things.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Ego on Break. It's Jay and Logan again, and the Madman just went mad. I don't know what's going on over there.
Get this shit out my ass.
I think he was trying to be John Cena, but his hand was a little too close to his face.
You can see my fat ass, I promise you.
So, we're gonna talk a little bit about let's just anything you watched anything lately. Let's kick off with that.
You know, have you seen the Lesnar Brock match yet?
Lesnar and Brock. I'm pretty sure the same person.
I think wow, Joe and Lesnar match.
No, I have not seen it.
It's 7 minutes. And altogether, there's about 4 wrestling moves. Joe tried to choke him. Joe gave him a Uranagi slam through a table. Joe gave him a Uranagi slam. Joe tried to choke him. Lesnar suplexed him about 8 times and gave him one F5. That's the whole match. I'm lying, I'm dying.
What's different? I mean, not really that different from anything else Brock's done, but it's different.
Hey, it's 7 minutes, bro. This big hype match everybody's waiting on, and it was so watered down.
Could it be that they're trying to bring the realism to it, that, you know, a real fight isn't going to last 20 minutes?
What everybody else fucking lasts 15.
Because they're not Brock and Joe. They're wrestlers. They're not fighters. Let me just ask a question.
This is stupid, dude. Don't make no sense. That's what everybody said. It was like an afterthought. Because it was such a build-up, and then the match was meh.
It seems that...
It wasn't bad. It was just something I saw on TV.
Another 10 minutes could have been better?
Yeah.
Or worse?
I mean, you know, I expect a TV match to be 7, not damn pay-per-view. I mean, even if you paid $10, you still paid $10. You know?
Where do I gotta find that on YouTube?
Probably can, as short as it is. Hell, if they did a highlight reel, they covered everything. You know? And it was a bad match. It's just so damn short. That was my big bitch about it.
Well, that's interesting. I don't know if I can follow that. Well, I watched another match that was. It was relatively short. It wasn't it wasn't on TV or anything, but it was the Boot Boys and Ray Fury traveled down to USWA over the weekend down to Jacksonville, Florida, and I watched the Boot Boys match. They wrestled TNT, which, if you don't know, it's the Devon Dudley's kids, Terrence and Terrell. That's where TNT comes from. They had a really good match. I watched Boot Boy Bubbler show some fire and some intensity. Like, he was killing these guys. And at one point, you know, you heard that saying, "Oh, wrestling's fake," but that's real. Yeah, you could have said that in that match a couple times. So, I heard one lick to one of the guys' chest, and I don't know which one's which. As far as Terrence or Terrell, I don't know which one's Terrence, which one's Terrell. But I mean, I was watching from like camera phone view from the back of the crowd, and all you heard was "goom." Like, it wasn't see, he said it was a chop, but it didn't sound like a chop. It sounded more like he punched him in the chest.
Like Sid Vicious and CJ.
Yeah. So if you're just looking around, roll over to the Boot Boys page and check that out, because and you let me know in the comments below if you think it was if that was wrestling or if it was real, you know. Because I you know, it made me a little bit uncomfortable. So I don't really like to watch real fights, but that you know, that made me think, hey, I don't know.
It made you question it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of the only thing I've actually seen here lately.
I didn't see a lot because with this new job I've started working, and by the time I get up, bro, I'm smoked.
Yeah.
That hot kitchen kills you.
Oh yeah. But let's talk about what, wrestlers and workers.
What's the difference between a wrestler and a worker? And why would you want to have one and not have the other? Or why would you want to have both?
What's your opinion?
Okay, here's how I put it. A worker plus wrestler together is Kurt Angle or Ric Flair. Hulk Hogan was a worker that was an okay brawler that could put butts in seats.
All right, who would be a wrestler but not a worker?
Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit.
All right, what separates it? Like, why is there a difference? Explain that.
You would watch him for his wrestling. You wouldn't watch him because he's going to go cut this great promo or entertain you any other way. Ray was a great wrestler, not a great promo. He's gotten better. I like him on the Lucha Underground stuff, but that's really heavily.
It's still
scripted.
not him.
You know what I mean?
promos
No,
and
it's
stuff.
scripted. It's a movie script, more or less.
So
he's better at it that way than he ever was on a promo stick.
What's better? Like,
In
if
my
you only can have
opinion,
one.
I mean, you need both, but a worker, honestly, because worker's going to get the crowd there.
Right.
That's the truth, you know. John Cena's a worker, clearly. He is not a great wrestler by any means.
No, I wouldn't say he's not a great wrestler, but I've seen him have some great wrestling matches. You know,
but he's never had a technical
but his thing,
wrestling match. You know what I'm
I mean, his thing is
same thing with Hogan.
talk him into the building. You know,
Warrior worker, clear as day. You know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I got a buddy. He thinks Ultimate Warrior was the best wrestler ever.
Yeah, I've met that buddy. That tree we sitting by. You know, same thing.
Shout out to Pretty Boy Lloyd. So that's his managerial name, if he ever manages, which he'll never will because he don't like people. So, but yeah, man, like I think definitely every show needs a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this, I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about some guys. I'm not going to say who they are, but essentially they were just a look. They wasn't a worker or a wrestler. What's your opinion on that?
Who the hell are you talking about? Just tell me.
The Warlord.
Oh, the Warlord. No,
Wasn't a good wrestler. Wasn't a good worker. But he looked phenomenal.
He had a look. So I consider that a worker. Because he worked you by, he goes, hell, he looks great. Let's go see what the hell this guy's about. He got you there, and you're like, oh, got your money now, thanks. So, I mean,
clothesline.
I mean, I'm like you. I don't remember him being in long matches, and if it was a tag match, and he did like the hot tag, and that was it.
And this may make me look horrible, but I mean, if you've known my style of wrestling, guys I like to watch or whatever, I can always remember being a fan of Warlord and Barbarian because they were so massive, you know.
But you were a kid too,
right?
You know?
So it made a huge difference.
Now,
adults might be going, "Oh, that guy's jacked up and can't move," you know. But as a kid, I was like, "Wow, this guy's a monster." You know, he's a house.
True.
So, do you think there's still a place for guys simply based on looks? Because I mean, if you think about it, I don't think wrestling, at least this time period, has guys that are just a look.
Not on TV, on the indies.
Oh, the indies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could say that.
Because you put some people on a poster, and people are like, Jesus Christ, I gotta go see this guy. What the hell is that?
And then
they get there and they're like, well, okay, he's a look.
Yeah, and then he just jobs
and
out a
you give him
little
like
bit.
a 5-minute match, and get the hell out of the ring. So
yeah.
There's ways to do it, because like Braun Strowman was clearly a look, but he's finally finding his little niche, and he's finally getting his little movesets in. And
oh yeah, because I mean,
I'd rather watch him right now than almost anybody, because this stuff it looks real.
Well, it probably is.
It probably is. But him and Roman, they did the whole ambulance match. That thing was like 20 minutes long.
Really? So I catch bits and pieces of it, but at my house, I've got small kids, and normally I lose out to like Diego, Dora, Peppa Pig, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
That'd make me want to wrestle right there.
So I catch bits and pieces on my phone, that kind of thing. So I don't get to see as much as I'd like.
I usually see the pay-per-views a day or two later.
Yeah, so. I mean, I live way out in the woods, so it's not like, you can't get anything where I live. So,
well, let me ask you this. How do you feel about spoilers?
About spoilers?
Like you're planning on watching something, and for some reason you screw up, go on Facebook, and every damn result of the match is like staring you in the face. I'm like, jeez.
I don't necessarily... I look at spoilers two different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I at least like to know, that way I can judge, do I want to go out of my way to watch something? You know what I mean? But at the same time, if there was something I really, really wanted to watch
and not know the result,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I'm the same way.
I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. But if I had to say, would I want to keep them or do away with them, I'd keep them. Because here's the thing. If I really want to watch something, all I got to do is not go with fate, not go on social media.
I know, but...
I mean, I mean, it's that easy, you know.
That's true, but
we watch. I'm a fan of Big Brother, and me and my wife, we kind of watch it. Like we go out of our way to watch it, record, but we always have to watch it later.
Yeah.
So if I know it's on, yeah. So I mean, we don't get to watch it till 10 o'clock, you know. So if I'm gonna watch it, I just stay off social media. You know, like I'll just do whatever, and that way it's not spoiled because
I got so many wrestlers on my page. I didn't even know Big Brother was still on the damn air.
Yeah,
to be honest
I love
with you.
Which is, I'll tell you some useless wrestling trivia.
Okay.
Lucha Underground, tall guy with the snake, the tall snake.
I know you're talking. I don't know his by name.
He was on last seasons of Big Brother. Yep. He was actually a fired member of the Ascension.
Wow.
He was Judas something. I can't remember.
No, I was gonna say that ain't Messiah shorter.
Yeah, but that was his. Like he was in NXT or FCW or whatever, as I think Connor, the big guy, isn't he the bigger one of the two of the Ascension?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He took his place. So it was him and the Victor guy. So, little useless Big Brother wrestling trivia. Like I tell my wife, you can't get away from wrestling. It's in everything.
No, it's in everything.
So, yes, all right, love.
Well, I wanted to ask you about a match. I know you haven't seen it because I've just seen pictures. But one of the matches John Paul went to pictures of this weekend in Louisiana was Barrett Brown versus Jerry the King Lawler. And there's a picture of him doing the test of strength.
Well, if that wasn't a worker versus wrestler, I don't know.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say is the whole conversation.
Kind of feeds into
I don't
that.
know who won or nothing like that, but it was just a test of strength. And John Paul got like the perfect picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would really like to see how that went.
I could probably take a guess at who won.
Oh, yeah. But just how the whole match flowed. You know, you got a high flyer against Jerry the King Lawler.
But I will say
the Jerry bumps his bump up.
Yeah, the Barrett Brown of today is not the Barrett Brown of 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like he's probably put on 100 pounds of muscle, it looks like.
Yeah, he's good.
So I don't know, that may be interesting.
I'm curious.
You know?
I want to ask John Paul how it went.
So what's your favorite wrestler?
Wrestler? Chris Benoit.
What's your favorite worker?
I'd still go with Hogan. You know, because he worked everybody.
Yeah, I guess. All right,
They come crashing down and it hurt inside.
What about what would you factor Undertaker?
Both.
Both?
I say him and Angle are like a both.
Yeah.
Flair's a both.
Yeah.
Bret Hart's a both.
Right.
You know.
I don't know how many people actually came for Bret's promos though. I mean, like stuff what he did with Austin when he
got with the Canadian thing, that was great stuff. But like as the
before that, after
Hart
that
Foundation, yeah, they needed Jimmy big time.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
I mean, they weren't good talkers, and even he said without the glasses on, he's like, my eyes are wandering around like a fool, and he goes, I'm paranoid. He goes, for some reason I'm like, put on the sunglasses, and then he's like, that's the best thing.
They can't see my eyes.
Yeah.
So I do that too. Like I'll watch these videos back, and go, what am I looking at? You know, like my eyeballs are just studying, but you know, I can't sit still.
I'm distracted by small noises. I'll be looking all around this damn thing.
So, man, I wish. I don't know who would be my favorite worker.
I'd stick with Hogan because he pulled so many people.
Yeah. I'll tell you somebody. I'm a Dusty fan, man. Like I think Dusty. I think he was both, but if you had to put him in a category, he's probably more worker than wrestler.
Mm-hmm. He's a brawler.
Right. Yeah. So, and as far as wrestler goes, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to just pick a guy.
Today, I would say Cesaro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody like... Cause I've heard him on the mic. He isn't just bad. Right. It's just like... I don't think he knows who his character is, and I know WWE ain't got a clue in hell what it is. So I don't think they know what to do with him.
Well, his character is, I'm that foreign guy that's not necessarily a heel. Yeah, I mean, I know, but it's just... I mean, he's Jimmy Snuka.
What do you do with him?
You know?
Well, Jimmy at least jumped off the top rope.
Yeah, well, Cesaro would us too.
Oh, yeah, true. But he does 1,000 other things that outshine that one little spot.
The difference is, you know...
Now everybody jumps off the top rope.
I love you. That's that's the
That's what I'm saying. But my deal is when he promos, there's nothing that really stands out about it.
Yeah, right.
And I think he's great. I liked him when he was doing the hey, and he was Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah.
Personally, I like Claudio Castagnoli better than I do Cesaro. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He had more character to him.
He definitely, but I mean, you have more freedoms. He has a role in WWE, and
Exactly.
his role is not to be the most popular guy.
I mean, at one point in Ring of Honor, he was the guy that wrestled with a tie on. Remember that?
Yeah.
So,
If you had to say what Cesaro's role was in WWE, I mean,
if they need a good tag guy to stick with somebody, they grab him.
well, I was gonna say
He's
he's the
three.
he's the smart fans wrestler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, we need somebody for the internet crowd to get behind. The tape traders to get behind.
That's true.
Cesaro's that guy.
That's true.
Super good hand. Probably be there forever.
Do you ever feel he'll get the belt? 'Cause a lot of people said the same thing about Benoit, and they never said they thought he'd get the belt. But do you think he'd get the belt? Do you think there's a chance?
If they open a WWE Switzerland, maybe. Or if Switzerland goes to war with America, maybe.
Maybe.
So never say never.
Because I sure never thought Jinder Bender Mahal would have got it.
And like I say, I've said before, I like Jinder. I'm happy he's there. I mean, it's been a long time since you've had an Iron Sheik, and I think we've got so into this can't make them mad, can't hurt their feelings kind of world that it's fresh, man. So I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, so I don't even know if he's still champion, but
he is.
Or even if he's doing that diabolical stuff.
They're doing the Punjabi prison match coming up this week, I think. Yeah, that's something.
Please tell me it's with Big Show.
No, it's with Randy Orton.
Oh, Randy can climb. What's the point?
Yeah, but the rumor is he's going to hold on to it. We'll see.
He should. I
wouldn't take it off him, not that quick.
I wouldn't take it off of him until I built it.
He needs to go through at least 2 feuds, I'd say. At least 2. He's got to have a dominant run as a champ.
Who are you going to put it on that's fresh?
Right now, there ain't a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the freshest thing you've done in a while.
They put it on AJ so quick, Owen so quick, and I'm like, wow, y'all ain't no building up to this.
I mean, and I'm kind of old-fashioned and, stuck in the 70s, 80s, but give me an All-American come in,
Mm-hmm.
Give me that Patriot.
The rumor is Cena.
Well, I mean, he's patriotic. He was in the Marine.
He's on Grit.
He was in the Marine.
Have you watched this show, Grit? It's pretty bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
What is it about?
You ever seen
Broken Skull Challenge?
The same thing.
Yeah.
He ripped off his Stone Cold's I did. Except it's with he has an Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine, and then they'll all take a group and they try to get the group put through. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's just I watched it. I ain't like I'm gonna go missing that. I will go miss many episodes because I don't care that much. But there wasn't
if it's
on TV
on,
last night. I watched it.
That's what I do with the Broken Skull. If I'm flipping through and see it, I'll stop, but I don't go on my way to watch it. Or if I,
what's the? Well, I know we ain't even talked about this, but Oblivion's alter ego's wife has a chance at Broken Skull Challenge. Where's that at? Do you know?
She's in training mode.
She's in training.
So I think she's moved up to the next stage of we're going to bring you out. Cool. In the future, look for Mrs. Oblivion to be on Broken Skull Challenge, which is cool.
That's very cool.
I'm gonna see if I can't bribe her to wear our ego shirt off there. That'd be great. So, but we're rooting for her. She just put up that she got the rope, so she's got it, tied up in her yard or whatever.
Oh, well, you got to climb.
And she just climbed it. She made it up first attempt. She's like, it wasn't pretty, but I made it up. It wasn't fast, but I made it up. So I think what gets you is that you have to dive into that cold water and it shocks your muscles. So that, but they've got a chick on there now, which I just watched an episode the other day. She made the whole thing in like 7 minutes or something. And so like the chick that did it, you had to beat her time to move in that spot. She ran a great course. She only messed up once or twice, and she came in 3 minutes later than her. So I'm like, it's like she must have been trucking. I didn't see it, but I was like, she had to be humping and bumping to make that time. So
I'm definitely curious about it. Well, let me tell you this before we get off. The thing last night was saying the final challenge was they were like on a house, kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
Had a board at the bottom where your feet were, and they had 2 hand pegs. You got to hold with the hand pegs. They take the foot out from under you, and they put ice cold water going down your back, and you got to hold on there to the end.
Well, that's shocking.
Yeah, and then if you fell off, you went into a big old water. But I was like, holy crap! And you can see people like they're trying to adjust because all you're holding on to is basically this. And I'm like, my big butt would have went shoosh. I'd probably been good for about 4 or 5 minutes. You know what I mean? But they were at the 20-minute mark.
So you had to like hold just your hands, almost like a handstand.
You were doing this the whole time.
And then they just make your muscles
ice
release
cold water
anyway,
going down your nerves. I'm like, it's crazy. And it come down between this probably middle-aged black lady and middle-aged white guy, and the lady finally eventually just said whoosh. And the guy at the end, like, he was you didn't know who was going to go. It was close.
Now I figure if you could make it through that initial first little bit of shocking cold water, then maybe you kind of adjust to it. But that first 10 seconds would probably kill her. So
it was pretty cool, literally.
Yeah. All right. Let's give something to watch. And this is kind of just right off the blue. Give an indie match. Let's get away from WWE and famous people. Give a match of somebody that people may not know to go watch. And whether if you give a wrestler, I'll give a worker. If you give a worker, I'll give a wrestler.
I'll give you a brawler. How about that?
Well, it's got to be in a category: worker or wrestler.
Well, to me, a brawler is a worker, and it's basically well, no.
I mean, can this worker talk you into the building, or are you coming in just by his looks?
I wouldn't go in for a necro promo. You know what I mean?
And
the other guy wasn't exactly a great promo neither, so it'd basically be 2 workers, wrestlers in the ring. It's like,
all right, so.
But Low-Key versus Necro.
Okay.
At IWA Mid-South.
IWA Mid-South.
And it's online. I know he just put up a newer version of it, like kind of more updated, where you can see it clearer.
So you're giving wrestlers,
It's
right?
good. It's a brawl from hell.
Okay, I'm gonna give workers. Maybe should have thought about this.
So you did it.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Go watch Doink versus Doink. I think it's WrestleMania 4.
Yeah, but it's on YouTube.
Oh wait, that's not. No, I just said don't do. It's gotta be indie guys. Hold on. All right, indie guys. Trying to think who's a good talker.
Good talker. Flair, Hogan.
No, but it's gotta be indie guy.
Randy.
Go watch O'Shea Edwards.
Him and Davey Vega had a real good match.
Yeah, go watch that. Go watch. I'd say both of those are workers. Go watch Davey Vega versus O'Shea Edwards. Very good match. So, and you can find that on this channel, on our Pro Wrestling Ego channel. So it's been a little long. Anything upcoming on Life in Headlock? I haven't done anything in 10 Questions of Doom. I got lazy.
I ain't letting lazy. Just ain't been no shows around.
Yeah. So until next time, guys. This has been Ego on Break.